Okay, just need to quickly send out the notification. Hello Martin, Thomas, and Gicky. Yes, I reused the thumbnail, just it's the same subject anyway. Okay, so what I did was I kind of just combined their armatures. There is no issue with things anymore. The animation still worked, so all I did was simply yeah, it does its job. There's only one skeleton there, and it's just multiple meshes. We're just waiting for it to load. There we go. You can see, swaps, weapon appears, and he appears. They don't have issues with appearing now. So, we're good. He just didn't appear when he needed to, and now he does. So everything's good there. And not to mention, every weapon can just sit in the right hand. And yep, as I thought, I could not record today. My voice is my throat is actually hurting from that. And actively trying to use this voice throughout the entire recording seems to not be possible just yet. That actually wasn't great. But yeah, there they are. So I would actually have to not talk as enthusiastically, I don't know. What's the word? Anyway, now we just flesh this animation out. We fix it. We get the thing right, and it'll work. And there it is. Here's the sequence. The animation's right here. Let's click on this one because it actually can be previewed here instead. Because even these appear here now as well, not just one at a time. So I can speed through it and play at a specific spot. So that works. That's just getting better now, that's all that needs to be done. Obviously. I have to first get the frame I wanted to appear. You can see it's just a very quick disable and enable. So in this case, let's see here. I think I can delete something. Ah, there's the visual effect. Yep. Yeah, I did, but it's just didn't bother with, there wasn't much that was done. The positioning route. Here we go. If I, you see what happens there? We zoom in. If I delete this, let's see here. Okay, if I delete these, and I can copy this one, move that here. No, okay, move it slightly further. Okay, no, we put that here. It will technically have to be adjusted even more. This is somewhat just the basic thing, but now I just dash it forward way too fast. But it doesn't, but you can see it doesn't just dash forwards anymore. Basically, if I delete all the root positionings, he would stand in place instead. But I can adjust it how I want it to. So if I go here, and delete all these things, except the first one and the last, you will see now it just stands in place. Rather than that one for some reason. That is not related to his route. That is not related to the route. I believe that's related to the hips then. But it doesn't look like that one's entirely. But would it drag it? Probably. Yeah, I'd say it's the hips. That's what's controlling him in that spot. Other than the root ones controlling most of the time, that's about it. So I'm just gonna undo that. There we go. I can basically just copy a thing if I need to stay at a very specific spot. Now let's see here. This thing's already like that. What is the thing we needed? For now, since these things already exist here, they already are there for the animation as well. Okay, I just need the idea. If I'm not mistaken though, I do need to grab the visual effects for Master Morpher Tommy before I continue, before I forget. So let me quickly do that. It's not going to take too long. Let's see here. Since it's, you have to collect them differently now, that's the whole point. They're not the same way. Enable prefab outlining. Open file. Okay, Ethan. And the look file, villains, Mighty Morphin, no, comics, Master Morpher, and visual effects. Export all files to desktop. Now I just have to delete some of the files from it, otherwise it's going to cause issues. And then I can drag it in. Okay. Auxiliary files worthless. Packages worthless. Project settings worthless. All I need is the proper textures. None of the shaders. They never work. I would have to set them up properly. No scripts. Still don't need resources either. Okay, that seems about right. Okay, that's good enough. Pass it to there, and delete that. And now everything's ready. Level accent. Now just as the import, and then we'll have the visual effects of the swapping that are contained in the other things. But for some reason it just had to be a 6 megabyte visual effect file because it contains the models. For some weird reason, anyway, decided to not include their proper shader though. And it's there, it's ready. And there, visual effects. It's good. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be in one of these. Pretty sure it's not this thing. Believe I found it. Yeah, Morpher Disruptor. VFX animations. If I just drag this in here, would it work? It should. Yeah. There's those things. Though some of them don't actually play. But that's related to a different thing. And there's that thing. These claim to be these textures, but yet they really aren't. Now I just need to find where these textures are kept. Transformation, there's that thing. There's the visual explosion, but I need to go to where the files are stored now. There we go. And now let's see here. There we go, additive. Supposed to transformation green. Need to get rid of the refract because those don't work for me. And there's still some extra textures not being changed. Okay. These sparks up. And this is Psycho Green's things, okay. Are they even loading? Did I give them the right texture? No. Doesn't look like it's supposed to be additive. That looks like alpha blended. No. Okay, never mind. Well, it's just very horrible. Anyway, there's the green transformation. This gets used for transforming into Tommy. Green, if I'm not mistaken. Who knows? There's super kick. Still as a refract. Looking for the beam. Super laser. And textures. Well, there's the thing. Quantum. Particles, additive. About right. Particles, additive. It would look, of course, it's the camera. I have to still do this. Lamp. Nah, it's just the lighting is bad. It's darker. Then let's see here. Still not right. Day in energy. Flare. Okay, lightning. Orange beam. Of course, that's the only one that doesn't have it either. And additive. All of a sudden, the yellow beam doesn't have one either. Thought this one is done already. There. We have the Master Morpher beam. There. There it is. Let's just Psycho Blue. This is the Master Morpher one at the end of the animation. Transformation green. Now I can grab the others. Transformation white. Transformation red. I'm pretty sure there is only one red. There's no second one, so they just reuse it. Black is just purple. Okay, delete the refract. As usual. Refract and refract. Okay, now we need... Those aren't terrible lightning streaks. Yeah. I don't know. Those things just aren't appearing. This is just a random stream because there's no upload for today. So I'm just doing this instead. Not using that one. No one's using that one as well. Now, to make this easier, I can open up the visual effect file and read when anyway times the transformation. When does Enway decide they want to time the animation for the transformation? Because that's just gonna make my job easier, because they've already had the timing for these visual effects. Graph, villains, comics, master morpher, graph holder. There we go. And VFX. Frame 0 for transformation black. Okay, but that one doesn't matter, so... Yeah, actually, no, I can't use that. Don't know what I thought that was going to be used for, but I can't use the timings. But at the same time I can, because it does... Let's see. It does enable and disable other things, so... It plays the visual effect and then something gets enabled. So in response to when they appear is when I can. Yeah. Not really. Well, it doesn't look like it's contained there. I just put this under the roots, so I'm just going to create another empty thing. The VFX spot, which will be directly under it, so making it easier, so it just sits there. Now they all can play when needed. Purple not so much for some reason. I think that one's on me for now. Because specific things aren't supposed to be exactly purple. Or never mind, can't do anything there. I'll have to see about it then. Still, they'll get hidden. And now that's about right. Go to animation. Laser can be left somewhere else for now, so preview. See how many frames I need. Can time this if needed. Let's re-enable this thing. Takes 17 to 18 milliseconds. Right? Yeah. Milliseconds to frames. About 1/5 of a second. Less than 1/5 of a second. What does that feel like? That's gonna end up being 6 frames or something. I'll give it 5 frames to enable. Okay, activate this and enable the white one. There we go. Which means now it exists. And I just need to delete this thing. There we go. I can disable it there. It'll follow it, so it doesn't matter when. I just need to time the enabling right now. So I'll give it 5 frames to enable every time. So red. Now I can disable it. 5 frames before again, because it's still technically a transformation. So 226. Re-enable it again. And then just disable it later on because I don't need the visual to stay around. Okay, carry on, and wait 5 frames, go back, 59, and play, green, enable, and I can just disable it over here. See what the timing looks like for if I just instantly enable the black transformation though. And I can just disable it over here. Let's see what this looks like. I haven't enabled the things needed. Play on awake. Play on awake. Play on awake. And play on awake. Disable this thing. And now it should work. It kind of does its job, but I'd say it has to be moved forward slightly. Kind of. There'd be sound as well, so for now it's just like this. Let's try and time it. There's no easy way to, and it does. I have to drag this out so it's easier to just keep pausing. Basically there. The moment it sparks like that, then we got the change. Okay, now I can stop messing around with the visual effects thing, because those should be done after in the first place, so kind of wasting time there. Okay. How quickly this starts is that, and then that's the transition. This needs to not happen. I basically just can work with the route and positioning right now, instead of having to do anything else. And then I can delete what's not needed. Say for an example, this entire bit right here. And now drag the entire end of this, which is very easy to grab, and just move it. It completely goes upside down. Because the beginning is not needed either. It just instantly goes through and instantly attacks. Which I believe I don't need these 3 bits right here. Okay, no. I need the route positioning ones for those. Okay, no. I don't need this. You know what? No, it's the whole that whole bit of whatever it's using there is now my problem. Because this is not it's not using the same spot. As you can see, it's not even using any root spots for this. Using it over here instead. Then I should copy that twice and shrink the animation and make it faster. Well, let me find that thing then. I'll keep the things as they are because they're keeping it in place, but I'm sure it's the hips doing that. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, now it's got double animation there. Let's see what this looks like.
Over time, most things fade away. Isn't that right? All of the memories dissolve. Sunshine, gone
It being up is not a problem.
no matter how big it is, its time will come. It will be reborn as something new. The full moon, bright balloons. Only my feelings
Why are you still going up?
so that's me. Non-stop love, so I will follow you wherever you go. I can't wait to catch up before
Yeah, okay, fine.
if you're
I have to work with that thing ruining it. Fine.
all you need.
I have to work with that thing ruining it. It's the only one animation that's off.
Of you, I'm alone, but I'm not alone. You know that, right? Trees and rain, now and then. I can't live without that precious one.
Okay.
So that's me. Springtime,
Move this into there and see what happens.
you wherever you go.
Okay, now I have to create a wall first. There we go. Now it locks into the thing and should just only start when it gets there. Okay, I need 2 walls. And now I drag it. Let's see here. Well, what about the weapon? What is it doing? Okay, so it needs to be disabled earlier. I'd say disable over here. Now we can play this thing again. You know what? Maybe also this disable the weapon here. Okay, enable it only here. From there into that. Now just transition those, which now has a massive gap between them, which is not exactly great. This entire bit here needs to be redone anyway. I'd say it stops here anyway. And instantly transitions into the kick. I don't think this one's needed. Yep. Create a wall. And drag that closer. Maybe a little slower, obviously. That's what I meant. I would have to redo the entire positioning anyway on both ends. Because it'd be going up for this one. You'd also be looking up to begin with. Let's find his head. Okay. say this is about right. And I can keep that here for a bit. Just stay until here. Eesh. Grab this one and rotating a little too soon as well, so Yeesh. I think I need that stance maneuver before I can do that. Love him adjusting himself before the launch, but yeah, can't go back that far. Not really great, so I'll have to adjust it myself, I guess. Positioning. Already, just a simple adjustment, and that's all. That just works again, really. Though that little movement of his foot doesn't exactly work. Wherever it is. There we go. This is his right leg. That's not that leg only. Okay. It's the upper half as well. down, slightly moving up in there. I'm not supposed to move up until after, so... Okay then.
Bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game.
Okay, now it looks like the jump is getting there. Yeah, they've never been useful. Anyway, it's never been useful at that part. Okay. Now I can just drag everything over here again closer. Okay, Anita isn't paying attention. I already responded. It says all those things, but yet I literally just responded to the thing. I told you, NY's not gonna help you with that. They really just don't care enough to do so. Okay. I need to move all of these things' positions up during the entire thing. Okay, this entire bit right here. It ends over here instead, so I'm deleting this. Why would I be able to do anything? NY has no connection to their community anymore. He went underground. I spent nothing on the game. I've given them nothing. My account is old, that's all it is. All they've gotten from me is playtime, nothing else.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need
Well, that kind of just... It doesn't... This isn't where it's supposed to connect just yet, but this actually already works. Look at that. Look at that already working. Even though it's not supposed to, but that's the idea. It's well over 5 years old of an account. My main is barely any. I just spent quite a decent amount on the Channeling Ranger offers, so now I'm at 9 out of 10 shards for the assist. So she can drop the from boxes soon. I only ever buy the Street Fighter offers because they're the only ones that matter. Already with the things needed, it's getting the things needed. It's kind of working already. Well, we've gone so far with what I've done with this thing. You can see the first half is looking a lot more polished, even though it's still bad. The first half is looking a whole lot more polished, even though it's still bad. Just because of how fast it's being. Still bad, but it's all looking a whole lot better. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be. They're gonna be this is how it is. They're gonna get launched by the tornado, and then it catches them in the air. So in this case, I need to actually make him leap a majority of the distance, so he's cutting him 3 times while in the air already. He actually needs to jump majority of the height from the before the first slice, which is literally right there. So yeah, just a basic pure speed show of speed, right? Instantly. Grabbed assets and then basically then I just use the game's engine because everything's just available there entirely. Okay, position. Yep, that's the last bit on the ground, and then now it goes. And it's the slice already. You know what? Fine, so be it. And record. Why is it not there? Trevor global. Local. Go up. Forwards. Down slightly. And cancel the record. Or end the record. Yeah, now it just glitches back and forth because it's a lot of positionings actually messing with one another. 21. Now I just have to delete this one. Ah, shoot, wrong one. Anyway. It doesn't matter, delete the entire thing. That already works a lot better just with one of them. You get so fast enough to slice once, which is right there. And then move slowly to continue slicing. It already works that way. Okay, I'm gonna save this positioning because it's at the correct spot. And drag it forwards. Okay, move this one up with the recording. I would also have to adjust his leg animations anyway, so... He swaps, and then he's kicking at a higher spot, so let's move him up, just because. You're basically instantly kicking over there, but now I have to deal with the positioning thing. So, once again, if I can delete only the Y, it'll allow it to still move forwards. Now I can copy this one and paste it here. Not dive all the way down. There we go. Not go all the way down, but instead use obviously whatever kind of invisible ability of thrusting forwards to allow him to fly back towards them after jumping off. Basically, he does an air attack to you instead. And I'd say that looks would work a whole lot better than just the rapid kicking he's doing. Or just 1 kick, 2 kicks, 3 kicks. Yeah, after... This thing was originally 20 seconds long. Me early editing has put it a whole lot less already, by a whole 5 seconds. And it's still got massive gaps between the bits here and there. So, and this is just the middle part. Obviously, there's still the endings and other things, but anyway, has a thing called freeze time. The game has the ability to freeze the clock. So the clock running out is not a problem. They just need to do something correct, which is use that thing to actually do things. Because you can still make these characters attack while the other one's frozen in time and still getting hit. Maybe it won't look as well because the enemy's not exactly reacting, but I'm pretty sure if you press one thing and enable them both to still work, but the clock freezes, I'm pretty sure you can make use of any sort of super animation then. That way, the clock doesn't run out and you get to do what you want. Bring him down slightly. Now it's going to slightly go up. Okay, he needs to be dragged back a little further. I think it instantly put him back forwards though. Yeah. As I thought. Which one's the X and which one's the Y? I mean the Z, not the Y. The Y is up and down. So he's moving on the Z axis right now. So this one. The problem with that is we can't have it do that, really. You can see the build up of the jump and instantly leap for the first strike to hit. Right as soon as he's there. There, first strike. Second strike. Third strike. It starts kicking instantly. Transform and starts kicking instantly. But like I said, I need to... You know what? Let's see if I can fix his legs already. I think it's best I fix the legs already because it really doesn't work. It really doesn't. So let's just copy this exact one. No, I have to just take the entire thing. No, no. Okay, it doesn't exactly work, but now I can just grab them here. Some weapon, lower back, legs. There we go. Dive kick catches them. Nah, they just instantly caught in the end. Okay, and now I copy that. He turns away, so it doesn't entirely work. Eesh. Yeah, What does this look like? It doesn't exactly have to look good, it just needs to make sure it keeps it it just needs to make it look like it's still as a stance in the air. I think I can get rid of this entire frame over here. This entire one frame gap is not needed. Now, would that technically be too fast of a swap? Technically not, at the same time, yes. Let's fix this rotation. Especially since it's dropping briefly over here, which means I need to fix that as well. Why go up and down again? Stupid or something? This seems it might be a little fast. However, let's see about the visual effect. So it needs to appear right here. What does this look like? Morpher Great. Disable it over here. What does this look like? Okay. It does. It really does. There we go. It's just the visual effect is needed. That is just needed there to make it do its job. Anyway, and I could have done this. If I'm basically an amateur at this, and that's gonna be that. This is not a full preview. This is I'm basically working from start to finish, and this ending has nothing good on it right now. And remember, I do need to still adjust when the other things appear. If I'm not mistaken, white is currently off completely. Right? I think transformation white is completely off. Yeah. It's more like there just is no preview, is what I mean. Yeah, this thing is completely off. So it transforms on that one, so it needs to be transformed on frame 64. There we go. Now it should look correct for the black to white transformation. Yep, there we go. This is already coming along quite well, as we can clearly tell. Which is even worse. In the sense of NY being extremely lazy. The fact that this is how fast it's going. I'm working with animations you already have in a non-animating software. So... yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This one I already have the idea for. But it's also the hardest part to do, which is the annoying part. He has to go all the way up there. He jumps off of you. He leg kicks to jump off of you. But he's not supposed to land. Once again, this is where the positioning Y needs to be deleted. Or copied, rather. So I go over here. And I'm going to paste it over here. I'm going to delete these. Just stops in the air. He just completely stops in the air. But it didn't fly back as far as he should. Doesn't matter. It'll be adjusted accordingly. Okay, this is where I need... okay, over... here's where I draw the line. Literally. Delete that. Oh no. He's falling. Oh no. It's worse. Yep. Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. That's all. This one was expected. It already was bad, and then it just goes into this pose. Okay. You will not see that entire thing. Okay, it's just because that's the slow down thing. But his weapon isn't being disabled, which is the whole problem now. I mean, let's see. It kind of is, because of the way his arm is. Even though it's not over his body. Jeez. He needs to flip higher. Or he needs to aim down. Basically, he needs to jump off of you to be higher than you. He needs to jump further and higher and aim down towards you. Though this wouldn't be that long. He wouldn't aim that. Actually, he can. He will jump very far away just to hit you again. Because you're supposed to be over... You're relatively supposed to be over here at this moment. And then he charges too far forwards, so I can adjust that. Nah, his whole point is he's going to be doing a bunch of air attacks going around you. This thing. He's going to do this thing. But he's going to repeat it. Not just the normal way, obviously. He doesn't even do a punch in the first one. He just dashes right. He kicks you to dash through you, which is 2 hits. And then he punches you again. Which is weird of an animation, I'd say. Okay, so I'm going to need this bit right here. I'm going to need this bit. So I'm going to create a line. I'm going to delete this entire kit part. No, the end slam doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There, now you can see this actually works with the momentum. You see there? And now it goes through. He sliced, and he goes through. Obviously, positioning is not exactly working with me right now. But you see, because it's a frame instant, you don't see his body deform. Okay, it's an instant frame, so it doesn't deform him. That's the whole point. It does not deform him just because it's an instant change. However, I'm animating in 30 frames, which is the problem. If this were to be if this were to be run in the same game, it would break it, and there'd be a split frame where he is deformed. One single frame, because it would split this up. For every frame, there'd be another frame. But now I need to hide the weapon as well. So go down here, and weapon. Where are you? Sword. Wrong frame. He has it on this frame. He loses it on the second frame. And there's that one. That's the difficult part, but actually not at the same time. This is still not the difficult part. I should think. I'm pretty sure I should be able to shrink it and speed it up. Pretty sure there's an option there. Because this thing actually needs to be sped up. And go back. It needs to loop back into this. Okay, I still need to figure out the animation of how it'll be done. So he starts with that one. Punches. Goes into that. I can just make it loop back into this one. He doesn't do any other punches though. Actually, I can just copy that animation and rotate him around. So technically it can be a repeat. 1, 2, and he does the repeat again and goes to the other side 1, 2, doing this exact action. Dash through. Okay, dash through. This one's a confusing one because technically I can split this thing up into sections because look at this. This is 1 frame difference as well. The thing is included in anyways thing. So I can actually split this up into sections and even make him do this punch 3 times in a row before he does something else. Daniel. You can see there, and there. If I just create a line for both of them and just create a starting line for each one, I can just grab it on each side. And there. Now I have an entire section I can repeat endlessly. So in fact, I have to drag this away because this one has to be done later. Drag that away. No, he's adjusting because of it being so slow. He's trying to adjust. Okay. Now. Once again, yeah. It being on the ground preferably needs to not exist, so I need to first create an entire wall over here. Yeah. That I have copied from another air. So over here from here to this one. So that he stays in the air afterwards as well. There, so now he stays in the air. Now I can delete these ones over here. No more air positioning. No changing the positioning onto the ground. There, now he's in the air, as we can tell. So now I can freely work with what I need to. He's staying in the air. Technically, the entirety of it. They get launched. Properly launched. But rather, it ends after Turbo Tommy dashes right back through you, where he uses the Dagger Quake to launch you again into the Dragon Sword missiles. And then you land. And you get beamed. You then slowly land after the explosion hits. And you get beamed by Master Morpher Tommy. So that's basically what's going to happen there. So now let's see if I can grab this thing's sections. You'll see what I mean by I could just copy and repeat it over and over. Okay, first of all, let's grab the section over here. It already has its section right there. Okay, it ends over here. I create a line. Oh, I grabbed 2 things on accident. There. Created. And this one I have to create here as well. Section create over here.
It's not a big deal.
And another one over here. And over here. Over here. Actually, this entire section over here can be deleted. He's never gonna do the downward punch. Yeah, that's a sad part. Okay, why did he have to? Yeah. Tomotobi really has the worst animation adjustment sections. He really does. Anyway, I'm going to show you the example what I mean now. Watch this. If it'll, it is pasting, but it's taking its time. There we go. Now watch this. You'll do it twice. And it does that. Like I said, 1, 2, 1, 2. In fact, I can do this as well. This is where I said I can make it repeat on the other side. Now first, rotation. Because it's already in a section, I can just simply... Oh, that didn't work. Okay, pivot, set local instead. Nope, I have to do globe. Nope, can't even do that. Okay, local. You know what? Nope, there's no such thing. Rotation, a full 180. No, now he's over there. Okay, I'm still recording it, so... Positioning, you just need to go... back. Put him at 8. And the rotation needs to be copied. And positioning for Z needs to be copied as well. Now I can cancel the recording. There we go. Oh no, now he spins. Well, that's even worse. It's slowly turning into whatever Daniel said. He's spinning. And then getting into pose. That's what you get for setting this line here. It's trying to adjust. We're ignoring that for mostly what it is. It really doesn't take that long, depending on the thumbnail. Some take very long, depending on what my idea is. Or if I don't have an idea yet. And we're just waiting on Black Dragon. He's taking his time. Seriously. I know you're enabled. Right, hold on. Is he? No, there he is. Yeah. He is enabled. Let me just drag him up because he's supposed to be on top anyway. There. Now, if you don't mind, can you land? It really needs to load its assets beforehand, so Streamlabs is still having its issues. There we go. But me repeating it will break the donation goal up at the top. In fact, if I just keep repeating it, it will... Yeah, it's weird. What if I just disable it briefly? Yeah, there. It fixes it. If I disable it briefly and enable it, then it fixes. Also, another thing is, we can adjust his legs to not be looking like he's standing. Since it's another section animation, I can just do exactly that. I can just move his legs to the way he's not just looks like he's standing. So I can go ahead and delete that, because I don't need the second one just yet. Yeah, please stop doing that. It will not It does not end well for him at all. So in this sense, I can actually just drag the entire sections apart to make this easier to select them at a time. Okay, which one is this? Okay, that's that, and then this is the first section. There. Because there's teleporting between each one, there's the he just dashes. Then there's that one, just one backhand. And he has this other one, which is 1-2 punch. The 3 sections. Dash through. Dash back again. Technically, he instantly teleports back to hit you with a backhand. And then there's other 2 punches. So that works. However, I think I need to go back to the other thing instead. Which is fix this. I need to make him jump a little further and jump a little higher as well. I'm just gonna save. Important too. Does it actually leap far enough, or does it look weird? I think I need to adjust the curve instead, so... Here it is. Well, that's annoying. However... No. Yeah, that's dumb. Okay. Excuse me. You're not supposed to be flying now. And now it broke. Why is the base position now higher? At least it drags the entire thing. Seriously? Why cannot that not be undone? Really? Yeah, that's his whole point. It turns, instead of going normally forwards, now he goes up. It's supposed to be isn't there supposed to be a button to make this easier? I want to put it at 0. Well, I guess I'm not allowed to, I guess. Never working with that thing again, I guess. It seems it wants to be stupid and somehow ruin things. Get lost, mosquito. Fish. Leap. Unity didn't help me in that sense. I don't know why I'm not allowed to undo the curve. Apparently, undo is beyond working with that. It's me adjusting animation. How is that not part of the ability to undo things? I have no clue what it's even on if it thinks that. I think the positioning is done with the. They really had to change how they animated him, didn't they? This is all the movements for that there is done with his hips. They really decided let's just stop working with the root instead. Just the moment they swap to Turbo Tommy. I do need to fix that though, as well, obviously. You can see him just sliding through the air. Okay, now I make him go higher instead. Ah, come on. Record. He will go higher and further. We got the height there, but now it just gets teleported back because conflicting. Excuse me. Great, now the Z-axis is having trouble. Again. There we go. Because he's still kicking you, he's going slightly down each time, which actually works. Okay, Z, we do not need you over there. We need you over here. We can delete that one. Delete that. Paste it over there. I have to work with the curves again. This thing better be helpful this time. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it just yet. I need 2 frames of the same exact number on both sides. Now I can work with it without issue, because there's two of them. They will not ruin the other one. So you'll go down exact. And they go up exact. In a line. However, it'll only move on that spot, so that's the only problem I have there. Right here. Let's copy this one, paste it here. Go back to the curves. And there does it again. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it ruins itself again? Okay, I need to paste this again. Paste that right there. And now it will not ruin itself. Because it isn't capable of doing so. There we go. It's jumping forward still, so I need to adjust the Z value. Okay, I need to save the Z value first, obviously. Should not be going back and forth like a stupid thing. These curves are getting dumb. They are literally right next to each other. What are you doing this for? Leg animations don't matter. He's flying, so I'm gonna be adjusting them anyway. In fact, the Z is not gonna go as far either. I don't think he's supposed to land at all. Gonna drag that back further. And his position needs to go up. Remove what? I was busy with it. Now what are you doing? combining. That's what you shouldn't do. Don't drag it in a weird way. You delete first. You don't want to accidentally combine them. I think I'm also going to delete the entire beginning section of it. That works. Now, let's see. Maybe I can grab a bit of a better part like that. Can I undo that far? Okay, there we go. He likes to hits himself, really. I'm gonna create a line over here. What? I'm trying to adjust to the point that it looks like it still flips into the form. I'm not trying to make it just skip too soon because otherwise it's... yeah. Still adjusting the positioning. Let's see. What next? Still. Save again. Everything's, as usual, still split into sections. So let's see about the legs. There is still no preview. I don't know what you're trying to look for. And besides, you just saw it. That is the preview already. It doesn't exist, really. Oh, now that's gonna happen, I guess. It doesn't matter. I'm adjusting it anyway.
Piping hot, popping like popcorn. Can you hear the bells ding dong? This is it. This is it.
Just looking for a basic air pose.
If I could just see your heart, how small the world. It's not that I don't want to know. Walking and stopping hell for me and I guess so. What can I say? How many miles is life? Grab lots of snacks and wear new shoes. How far can I go?
Okay, that's the end pose adjusted.
I just want to feel
And now what I can just do is...
every day. Piping hot, popping like popcorn. Can you hear the bells ding dong? Up every last one. This is it. This is it. Ooh, let's not
Curved sheets as usual being stupid.
without looking back. 'Cause I realize it. Perfection can't please me.
Do I have to paste the exact same animation every frame just to just stop doing that? And it still tries to. There's not even a frame gap. There's not even a frame gap. Why are you being stupid?
And a moon to talk to the world will spread everywhere.
Why? There's not even a frame gap this time.
Tell me more, how many miles is life in the rainy streets and having no umbrella? A time to be joyful. Just want to feel
I'm pretty sure it's a Unity setting somewhere.
every day. Piping hot, popping like popcorn. Watch my soul bang bang. Pick up
Yes, he's very scared of flight now, isn't he?
oh wow. Let's not pretend I don't hear me. Try to move on without looking back. 'Cause I realize it. Perfection can't please me.
You do not need to be this stupid with the curve animations. Seriously. Why?
How many miles is life?
It's doing it here as well. Really?
Wear new shoes. How far can I go? I just want to feel like that every day. Piping hot, popping like
It would be easier just to work with one single one and going through all of them, but yeah, I just need to experiment first. That's just stupid looking. That's incredibly dumb. Okay, I had to go through the entire thing from the top. Yep, look at this dumb thing.
The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can't go home because I'm afraid something will change.
Since he literally turns his hips, you can see it still works. It's not gonna have an animation, but it's still gonna. He's still turning because his hips are moving. But everything else is gonna be stupid right now. The rotation for that one actually stayed now because I already adjusted it earlier in a different one.
Was it hard? But I
This
didn't
is what I get for one. I worked with the curves earlier. Oh, let's just break everything. Now have to work with them again, and this time it wants to cooperate. And
I never found
great.
out what it
No, that's
was
not great.
about. It's my stress that's pushing
I tried the other thing by accident. Now it's gonna ruin everything, isn't it?
away. I was very motivated. Then what is
Hopefully not.
feeling?
Because that's a lot of leg that was just adjusted.
But it was bearable. I've had
Especially since it's an entire animations piece. And that entire thing goes up and down.
what it was. Tastes like vegetables I don't like. The town inside me and everyone's voice.
I'm not even sure where I'm in the animation anymore.
I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can go home 'cause I'm afraid something
Yeah.
will change. Me without me, I'm the one to blame. I'm not waiting for Santa Claus. I already have the gift, just can't open in the box.
Again.
I know all about it. No one can solve it.
The risk of just touching the
I do something about it.
piece
It's
itself
not
instead
even
of
the
it.
case. I've been patient.
So
It was bearable.
instead of this thing is high when that happens.
I never found out what it was.
Rotation
I
again.
hate the alarm clock I chose. The town inside me and everyone's voice. Only I'm not there, just watching from afar. I can go home.
And this is almost perfect, so I don't know what it's been trying to do. Final rotation, just the foot. Get the foot to stop moving. And there. That's all of them done. There's only 6 limbs, so we're good there. Already there. See? Now he looks like he's flying. His legs are posed in the way that it looks like he's flying. And just unselect it. And since he's already got a pose that looks like his legs are moving across one another, that'll work. Now to adjust the last half where he's standing again. Technically, he's supposed to be a little higher though.
Get on to rock.
So then he needs to rotate it to look down.
Never feel desire. One day I
Rotation.
that my life was broken. It was not me who was controlling this body. Oh, I want to know what's really real to me. Be
It really rotates all the way back up, so I'm just going to... Let's make it a 11. And 11. Okay. Aims down slightly. Okay. Z-axis needs to not go as far. Well, that's correct to an extent. Well, I need it down to this usual height, so I can only adjust it in a certain specific way. Whoops. So this needs to be 6. Does it become too slow, or what happens there? Kind of does, yeah. Let me just adjust that back then. Okay, I need the swap. There we go. Okay, we're not having that in bit. That makes it worse. I'd say this needs to speed up. Hmm. Delete, delete, delete. And adjust this over here. Move this here. Why does it look like the... I would say the end pose is a little late.
Welcome to the Infinite world. What's my end game? There came a zero. Send here, there is a silence everywhere. No peace either. Where there is no
Ish.
beginning and no end. Real life be like that. And yet the words that won't go with the room ahead.
Yeah.
Nothing here. Pitch black, pure white, all the same.
Takes too long to cut to it.
Copy that.
I think I have to delete the entire end pose. No, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Nope.
One after the other, over and over again. I was a new pendulum. I left that can reach like that through the wall. But I can't find you with access to the back of my eyelids. Pitch black, pure white, all the same.
No, I don't. You ever heard of people actually just using the assets from the game and using it for other things? It's called animation. Why would those that... Seriously. Why would I need to explain these things? You have no experience watching another YouTuber making an animation with, the, with what looks like it could just be from another developer's game. Never heard of those things? Never heard of those animators? The fact that you even associating to begin with just means you don't.
Do you hear the beautiful chant? Do you feel a tender warmth?
2.5.
If you can give someone something. No hope, no rush, no hope. Copy that. I may not be able to make you smile, no, but I'll never make you cry, even once, never.
3. Make him move slightly back still.
To go outside the circle, consuming 10 billion years in an instant. I'm not come to you without a second thought. I'm here, I'm here.
Yeah, maybe negative 0.5. Nope. 7. Maybe too much.
Countless footsteps and two small ones that I haven't forgotten. Sweets and loud music, and I don't lie with no child sleeps. That night then will give me a lifetime of happiness. Words I want to turn into heads that'll cry. All the sound and light seem to
Okay, there we go. And now I can begin with this thing. I've now put those together. And now I can see about this. So far, what we have of the current section. I think that's a lot of it. Dash through. Punch. Punch again with the other way. Now just the copy. Just have to give it a bit. There we go. Rotation. Position. Needs more Z. I'll put it at 8 instead. Really? Yeah, that's not happening, I guess. Okay. Okay, now I copy this one. Copy that. And flip it. Flip it again. Need to move this to 8 and 8. And then I just copy it once again and paste. I mean, it kind of works. Kind of. Decent combo. Could be better. You know. Could be better. There is definitely a way to do it, but it's a little weird. We use the scale factor. -1. -1. And now it'll look a little different. Kind of. Using the scale factor will make him look like nothing's happening. That being said, though, I can cut off the animation at the speed that it is over here. So I delete that. I delete this. And I delete that. Move this over here. Move this over here. And now it's going to do it a lot faster. But I think the scale factor is causing a little glitch. Yeah, I don't see the... I have chat on a different thing, so... Yeah. So I don't know when it's gonna try and place it automatically. It's not even... It's trying to play in 60 FPS. So I apparently see him do the spin. No, I don't. What is this weirdo? Why? Why is that a question? How? Why would it even end up being one? Why? I don't see where it says that when there's literally other people who use assets from games to make animations. Why would that ever be a question? You will literally look it on YouTube. What are you? Why? And now... Now for technically the hardest part of the animation. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually not going to be very easy at all. This one's not going to be an easy one, I'm sure. I need to create a line and delete the rest of the worthless animation. Which is right here. There's actually no point in using this animation. You go copy the other one. Since I need his legs to be the exact same situation again. There we go. Now we have this one here. This entire section here needs to be over there. Which basically means I have to use a scale factor again. Will it look weird? Technically. Technically, it would look weird. Okay, position. And rotation needs to be opposite. Actually, this needs to be higher. Negative 45. Nah. Negative 33. Yeah, negative 22. I mean, here's what it looks like at the moment. He's supposed to go through twice, and then he appears on the other side again. But he still appears over there for now. Eight. I have to delete the entire Y and Z animation. X is pointless. Yeah. Yeah, X is not supposed to ever be adjusted. It isn't really ever supposed to be. Well, 2D frame. Anyway. Back to the original starting position, so 0. Yes, it's fine. It's fine to look like this. It'll be fine. Okay. Copy these. Copy them here and here. Yeah. I mean, look, this is what we got so far. We've got a 9-second animation here. You're actually having going back to the original position now. To an extent. Which means I can drag this back. This is pointless. Let's get rid of that. Ah, shoot, now I still have to delete the weapon now. It doesn't matter. That's a quick add. Nah, that's because of the scale factor. I'm doing a thing making me invert. So pay attention, his weapon is on the wrong arm. So for that split frame, that kind of happened. And no red sword. We will adjust the turbo one accordingly once we get to it. We'll check now, but yeah, this is what it looks like so far. Yeah, this thing is previewing in 60 FPS, but it's only sampling in 30. So you briefly see him change. Stream has been going for 2 hours 35 minutes. Right, is it going too far? Yeah, this thing needs to transition into it. It's not great for... This thing is not supposed to exactly be, yeah. No, what... I mean, technically it can be for a video at the same time. I land the super and this is how they get knocked out. Who knows? Then I have to just create a universal animation of them getting hit. Because I am doing camera angles with this thing as well. It's not just going to be a view. It's not going to just be a view like this. This is not just going to be what this view is. Yeah, my thing is ISO for iOS. Yeah. I use my phone or iPad for the main account, and I have my computer for the alt. So that's what happened there. I had to put my phone on charge. Okay, let's see here. Put the recording back thing. And this needs to be a little further, so I'll put that on 9. Okay, it needs to be on 10. Okay, start 9.5. Start 9.5. Seriously. And slowly glide back. There. Okay, he needs to dash towards a different position. This needs to be position 0.5. And 0.5. So what is your main device? Just like I already said, my phone or iPad. I use either one. Yeah, well, what if I do this? Let's see if I can try something. What if I... What if I just drag this thing into there? What happens? Nope. I'm getting better. Can't use a YouTube voice for too long. Fish. What if I just drag this out? Maybe I can make it work with this instead. Proceeds to not drag the entire thing out. Really? Now I can start this thing at a closest spot. You start at 7 now. Transition to 9 instead, not to go too far. It needs to be a little lower. Yeah. Position Y. 5. Back to 5. Still 5. I feel like it's too slow. There we go. Okay, that looked about right. And I can delete that. Jeez. Okay then. Drag this closer. Delete that. Let's move this here. Should do it sooner now.
Piping hot, popping like popcorn. Can you hear the bells ding dong? This is it. This is it. If I could just see your heart, how small the world. It's not that I don't want to know. Walking and stopping over me and I guess so. What can I say? How many miles is life? Grab lots of snacks and wear new shoes. How far can I go? I just want to feel like that every day. Piping hot, popping like popcorn. Can you hear the bells ding dong? Of every last one. This is it. This is it. Oh, let's not pretend I don't hear me. Try to move on without looking.
This one is repeated already. Really now?
Perfection can't please me. The town.
You're supposed to be on random. You're not supposed to play those two songs next to each other again. Eesh. Okay. I don't know why you even need to bother. The whole point is so visual effects are needed. It's not teleporting, he's striking through. This bit here is he's still doing the strike through. I just need that to look like it's gonna work. So let's see if I can get the transformations thing right. $69 to 64. Red is 123 to 118. 154. Needs to be 149. 148, disable. 149. Enable. Now for green. 287. 282. Where's he sliding with one leg? Where exactly is he sliding with one leg? Okay, let's see here. I would say I need to move the... I think I need to separate them. Zio. Duplicate. Turbo. Oh, I'm gonna keep this one then. Red. And add property. Turbo.
Strangers say hello to me. Tomorrow their names will be carved on the stone. We're going home, but I'm a terrible liar. Forgive me, that's not the Armature.
Disable that. There we go. And now, let's see here. This needs to be moved up slightly, so I'm going to move red up. It's not supposed to be for the preview. Red needs to just be moved up in general, so... Yep. Turbo slightly moved up. There, that should be good. That's too high and too high again. Okay. Okay, the only thing I need to do is actually move them more forwards. Hmm?
Break yourself inside out. She told me we know deep down there's no way.
In what way?
If I smash the mirror, how do we learn? Not you.
Why start arguing in chat at the beginning with that's what really now. Obviously the opponent is just constantly getting shoved a little further back every time. Okay, now. This is just the view camera for now. The visual camera, that has to be later. So that takes a lot of work getting the camera angle right every time. Even though it can just be put onto the animation itself. Yeah, I'd like to at least have him be viewed all the way jumping back. Good enough. Do not bring real life stuff into the chat. Seriously, just you might as well mute yourself. Both of you. You can go speak to each other about it, not bring it to my chat.
Don't stop, even in the deepest dreams. Don't leave me till time stands still. I don't stop until my body fades. Stay with
Okay, anyway. Now we need the tornado. So, let's see. Dino Thunder. That's the non-super version. Yes, you're talking to the gecko. Now be quiet and go to talk to him somewhere else and not here. Passive over here. The visual effects are making this thing lag. Wow. Really now. All of a sudden now it's having issues just because I've some more visual effects. Okay, let's see here. I feel like the burst is useless. Yeah, that looks useless. Nah, there's some weird preview thing causing it to be slower. Because I've had 5 visual effects in it already, so it being done right now is the questionable part. Also, the 6th one is causing the issue? Fine. Let's see if I can grab something though. Go ahead. Really? Rude. Not allowed to work with the camera at the same time. I'm only allowed to work with it if the camera is part of the animation. Yeah. No. Too far zoomed in. 65. Now there's an angle that would technically show that, well, at one point. A work in progress angle, rather. Would zoom in on many things. By the time it reaches there, it's gonna end up on this angle, and then I think there's an easy visual effect to grab. Let's see. Dragon Sword. Should be here. Yeah, hello, Shadow Beats. Okay, those things don't even have their things set up right now. There we go. Now it's correct. And I've replaced the wrong image.
Can you hear it? The pulses of the living. The ironic rhythm is a grand orchestra. It's never the same tone. Who wants to stop this? There can be when the violent stone is over.
They follow the same path no matter what. Except it follows that specifically how the camera views it. Okay. And then they explode. Oh, to make the, I have to make the custom. I have to make it do a custom trail. That thing is just worthless.
That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game. Do you know who you are when you think your words don't sound like your own? You're trapped in the toxic created by this world. That is who you are. No silence will say that I must be get some kind of way down. Gravity gives us on the ground. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If I lose my wings, I don't need a new world under you. Can't feel a thing. We already know the smell of the game. Remember, you are blazing. Still your heart is blazing. If the world made you, I don't need a new world under you. Soon you will know.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beast. In the lives of beasts, and couldn't lie to themselves about it.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world after you. My tribe is my word. Your words will never let me disobey. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world after you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the game.
Okay.
Denial, denial, las olas donde estoy.
Okay, you know what? Needs to be closer to the camera. See what I can work with. Okay, now let's see if I can do this right. Okay, now I can only hope that works. Okay, this is the... kind of. It kind of exists. Reviewing it from this angle, but I can't show at the same time, otherwise this breaks. So, there we go. We're just viewing it from that angle. We'll probably move it closer. Yeah, I'm gonna move that closer. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, it kind of exists there. There's a lot that still needs to be done. Like I said, that's just a work in progress angle. Camera would be attached to the character itself just because. Makes it easier. It wouldn't be directly attached to him actually. It'll just be attached to the armature to make the angle more easily done. That will retain to do the other visual effects for now, but yeah, I think that's 3 hours 30 minutes. Yeah, okay. As I thought, yeah. I've still got a somewhat not exact headache, but it does like to appear every so often. Didn't cough during the stream, which is one thing. Almost, kinda did, but I had my water to drink quickly. Yeah. I think we're done for now. Got majority of it to an extent, but the visual effects need to be placed as well as the camera needs to be angled during the animation. But I think I'm done, and it's midnight. Exactly, okay. Well, that works for me. We'll see if I'm able to do commentary tomorrow. Maybe I can, maybe I won't be able to. We will see. One final preview, is that all I'm giving? What we got so far? I still technically need to angle his feet down as well, so that it looks like he's flying instead. You can see the missiles in the top right, but you don't see the explosion. For some weird reason, even though it's supposed to be right next to him. Yeah, it's right there, so why did it fail? I don't know. All to do with camera angles is what this is going to require. If it isn't obvious. You're the one dictating what they see. So I see no reason why anyway couldn't just work better, because last I checked they're making you look at Rancic when he's zoomed in, as well as, yeah. You may also freeze time and then zoom in on Tommy to do his super, but yeah. Clearly only at the end, but yet for some reason you can do it throughout the entire move, you know. You can do that throughout the entire move. You do not need to do it only at the beginning. They're being hit. You're already made invulnerable during the entire thing. So, any reason you can't just do this? And just use a camera angle? My only issue is actually how going to be getting the thing to react. All I can do right now is the visual fix, but I totally did that with Snide and Kaya, so it's just about timing. Anyway, no outro. The music ended, so goodbye.